Hey guys, I want to start off by saying thank you to everybody who watched my first video. I know it was like really boring. Um, I'm trying to figure out how to edit videos so that I can make these a little bit more interesting and um, have those fun effects that everyone else has on their YouTube. So bear with me. But yeah, thank you to everybody who watched, and I'm hoping to have um, some more on this video since it'll hopefully be a little bit more interesting for you guys. So I was hoping today that I could talk about breakups. So I'm pretty sure everyone in the world has gone through a breakup, and I currently, or recently I should say, going through one. So I was like, okay, while it's fresh in my mind, might as well make a video about it. Um, so I wanted to talk about like how to deal with breakups because this is my second relationship now, and so I've kind of done stuff differently this time around than the second time around. I'm finding it way more effective. So I want to do like do's and don'ts. So let's start with the do's. Let's start with the don'ts because negative and positive. So I would say definitely don't. Number one, do not think that you can continue talking to your significant other immediately after you guys break up. Like, unless you guys are the most mature, the most amazing people on the planet that can handle that kind of thing, don't try to do it. Don't be like, oh yeah, we can be friends, we can be cordial. Because not only is that delaying your recovery process from the whole thing, but it's also, it doesn't give you to room or space to actually go through the whole breakup process. So if you're still talking to that person every day like you used to, doing the same things, maybe just like you guys eliminated maybe the sexual part, I personally don't think that's effective. Like, I attempted to do this, and it was a matter of we were legitimately still fighting after breaking up. And I think that's super unhealthy. Like, we are no longer together. We shouldn't be fighting about anything. We shouldn't even be speaking. But if we thought that that could be a thing that we could do, we shouldn't be fighting about anything. Like, that doesn't make sense. So that would be my first don't. My second don't, first few days, like, you're going to be sad. Most likely you're going to be emotional. Get that out. Once you get that initial, like, crying or, listening to the depressing music, like, don't sit around and think about it all day. Don't immediately start thinking about what you did wrong or what they did wrong or why it didn't work out. Like, it's great to reflect, but not immediately after, because you're not in the right state of mind and you're thinking about it emotionally. So odds are you won't be able to think about it the same way or as objectively as you would be able to maybe a week or two or more after the fact, when you have a clear head and can actually think about it objectively instead of emotionally and subjectively. And my third don't would be if you're a female, well, I don't know, I'm not a guy. I can't talk personally about if this happens with guys or not. But girls, don't rebound. Don't go out looking for someone else. Don't go out thinking that, someone else is going to take my mind off of it, or partying and going out with the intent of finding somebody or hooking up with somebody or talking to somebody new is going to distract you from it, which may work, the distraction part, but it's not good for you. It's not healthy. Like, you need to just focus on yourself, as cliche as that sounds, and as everyone says that, I know, but that's really what you need to do. So that brings me into the do's. Like, do actually take the time, the space away from that person to work on yourself. And that can be whatever you need it to be, work out, find a new hobby, read a book, whatever your favorite thing is, go do that. Hang out with your friends, go see your family, spend time doing things and with the people that matter. And those are the people that have always been there, not the ones that come and go. So don't focus your energy on the next new thing that's going to last a few days or a few weeks until you get over it. That's not what you need, trust me. Second, I've found this very helpful, but if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. But try journaling. So during those times, and you're going to have them, that you feel sad and you want to cry or you want to sit around and think about it or pout or whatever, do something unproductive, try journaling. So I've done 2 already, and I thought about sharing them, but that's a little bit much, I think, for now. But just writing, and I just write. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no beginning, middle, and end. It's literally whatever thoughts come into my mind that I would either call and tell this person, which is a bad idea, or vent to someone else about, or just sit and wonder about and be sad about. I put it down on paper. So that clears it out of my head. Doesn't waste time just sitting around thinking about it, which is so unproductive, but it gets it out of my head somewhere else, and then you can move on. And I suggest after journaling, writing however you want, however much you want, writing whatever you want, then go do something completely different. Like go watch a movie or go out with your friends, have a drink, whatever. Like just get your thoughts out on paper and then move on from it. Like that's a great channel that I found. And then my third would just be know that you're good enough. Like no matter the circumstance of the breakup, regardless of who broke up with who, know that you are good enough, and if that person did you wrong, you deserve better. If you did them wrong, you can be better. And just know that you don't need that person. And if you feel like you screwed it up and it was all your fault or whatever, learn from it. So, but don't try to be better for that person. Be better for yourself. You deserve that. You owe it to yourself to be the best version of yourself. So just know that you are an amazing person. You have the ability to be an amazing person, and treat each and every day as a fresh start and a new chance and opportunity to become that person that you're trying to be. So those are my do's and don'ts for breakups. And if anyone has any suggestions for that, like I said, I am going through one at the moment. Like, drop me some suggestions. What worked for you? What didn't work? And yeah, so that's the topic of today's video. And again, if you know how to do all the cool editing stuff, please tell me how, or else I'm just going to end up YouTubing it. But thanks for listening, guys. And next week, I'm going to try to do some sign language. So I have these 2 sign language books that I had in high school because I took sign language. That was my language in high school. So I have these 2 books that I'm going to do some lessons out of. So if anyone is interested in learning sign language, then tune in next week because I'm going to be teaching you guys some words and phrases out of this first level book. So stay tuned for that, and hopefully within the next few weeks I will have all the tools I need to make these videos a little bit more interesting. So yeah, alright guys, thanks. See you next week.